Cleopatra and Mark Antony, love, alliance, and tragedy. Cleopatra VII was the last queen of ancient Egypt, highly educated, fluent in several languages, and skilled in politics and diplomacy. Mark Antony was one of the triumvirs of Rome, Caesar's right-hand man, and one of the most influential men of his time. They met in 41 BC in Alexandria, Egypt. Cleopatra arrived aboard a golden ship, dressed as Aphrodite, surrounded by incense and music. Mark Antony, who loved excess and Hellenistic aesthetics, was enchanted. It was not just beauty, it was as if every word she spoke mesmerized him. Their relationship became a political alliance and intense passion. They had 3 children together, and Mark Antony began to favor Cleopatra in his official acts, granting her lands and titles. This alarmed Rome, particularly Octavian, the future Augustus. Rome saw them as traitors. A foreign queen and a Roman commander who allowed himself to be seduced and guided by her. But Antony was also genuinely attached to Cleopatra. It is said they loved to dine differently each night, with themed banquets, and wander the streets of Alexandria, living like common folk for fun. Playing intellectual and cultural challenges, they were both refined, sarcastic, and brilliant. In 31 BC, the tension culminated in the Battle of Actium, where the fleets of Mark Antony and Cleopatra were defeated by Octavian. They fled to Alexandria, where they spent their last months surrounded by splendor and decadence. Then came the tragic moment. Mark Antony, believing falsely that Cleopatra had committed suicide, stabbed himself. He died shortly after in her arms. Cleopatra, a few days later, took her own life. According to legend, she did so by allowing herself to be bitten by an asp, the sacred serpent, symbol of divine power. It is said that before dying, Cleopatra had a royal gown brought to her, carefully applied her makeup, and sat on the throne. She wanted to die as a queen. True love? Yes, it was, but it was also impossible love, laden with politics, idealization, and fatalism. Mark Antony and Cleopatra were not Romeo and Juliet. They were 2 giants aware of their fate. Yet, even in their greatness, they chose to die together in a world that had no place left for them.